mean, so there's been more comments regarding the HUAWEI Tri screen. I've openly said if I could have one of these phones, I would have one of these phones. I think they look fantastic. I've always wanted a profile phone like that does tablet. The Dad's review, or whatever, Dad's Tech channel, he's had it now. He's really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to seeing his a bigger review by him. But yeah, I've said this in every video. The folding screen is most probably the biggest flaw or possible issue to come out of having this device. The price for the phone went shooting through the sky because loads of scalpers in China were buying them and then marking them up to like huge amounts. So say it came out at like £3,000. By the time the scalpers had got hold of it in China, the price had gone to like £6,000 or £7,000. And then after a few days, and people actually started to get them, and the reports of it breaking, the price just dropped. And I think it's now, like, instead of it actually being the retail price of 3,000, it's not even worth the retail price of 3,000. Scalpers can't even get rid of it for like 2,000. They're having to sell them for like £1,000. So scalpers are losing huge sums of money. And as I've said in other videos, if you're a scalper and you go and buy loads of these things and then you get stung, I don't care. You know, it's a scummy thing to do, scalping. You're stopping somebody who legitimately wants one, taking the opportunity that they would have had, and then selling it to them for like double or 3 times the price. You're a scummy individual, and I hope you lose every penny that you put into scalping. But aside that, it looks like now the iPhone, which was also just dire, really bad, it looks like that's now doing better. So a lot of scalpers bought the iPhone when it came out. They bought the Huawei Mate XT when it came out, and then the iPhone just plummeted. Nobody wanted the iPhone models, but everybody wanted the Mate XT. So the Mate XT's got really expensive. The iPhones just plummeted, so they couldn't even give the iPhone away practically. And now with the Mate XT getting coming down really quickly and drastically in price to almost nothing, the iPhones are now going up in price for the scalpers. So anyway, let's check out this.
The triple phone has been making headlines since its release on September 20th. After more than 10 days, what have the first consumers who bought it really experienced? I've been using it for a few days now, and to be honest, it's really not convenient. Using it daily is a hassle, especially with a triple fold design. Let's start with using it in single screen mode. It's thicker than a regular phone, and while it's thin when open, you still have to use both hands.
It's interesting because that looks really thick. That looks like it's about, I don't know, 20 centimeters thick. It looks about 20 meters thick there, whereas on the average Dad's Tech channel, it looks like 12.9. 1 second, I'll find out the specs. Okay, so I've got the details here. So the unfolded, it's 156 by 219 mil, and it's 3.6 millimeters thick, and one side is 4.8 millimeters thick. So let's see, 3.6 add 3.6 add 4, what was it, 4.8. So it's 12 millimeters thick. That's way thinner than that. That does not look like 12 millimeters thick. 12 millimeters thick is, how big is the Z Fold? Right, so the Z Fold 6 folded is 153.68 by 68, sorry, and it's 12.1 millimeters thick. So if I've done the math right on that, let's try that again. So I'll clear all that. So there's two screens at 3.6. and one screen which is the main body at 4.8mm. 12mm thick, so that's 12 millimeters. So the Huawei Mate XT is the exact same thickness. In fact, it's 0.01 millimeters thinner than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. So that's insane. It doesn't look that thick. It doesn't look that big. I'm sorry. That looks way bigger.
When you're done, you need to fold it, and then it's thicker than a normal phone. As
I
for
don't
the
think it
dual
is.
screen mode, I rarely use it during work, and most of the time, single screen is enough. Another issue is, when I put it in my pocket, I'm always worried about breaking the screen.
But that's what we said. There's no screen protector. There's no special glass fitted over the front of the screen. It's just the raw internal screen open to the elements. When I put my phone in my pocket, I always put my phone, the screen facing towards my leg. So if anything hits it, it hits the back of the phone where the phone protector is, and it's got the soft inner lining of my pocket and my leg to press against.
Honestly, the screen on these foldable phones is fragile. If it breaks, the repair cost is over 10,000 yuan. It's like the domestic economy is trying everything to drive up GDP. So I'd say this phone is something to look at, not use. It's not user-friendly at all. Industrial waste, really.
I think they're being very harsh. If like the Average Dad channel says, if you're somebody that's going to be doing a lot of traveling, you're going to be doing a lot of work, and you need a tablet format, then this phone will be ideal for you. Get the phone, get a wireless Bluetooth keyboard, prop the phone up, and you can do your work on it. Reply to emails, do some office work if you can get the office programs on there. I think it'd be absolutely ideal. I think it'd be phenomenally good for that. If you're wanting something as a day-to-day, everyday phone, and you're not going to be using the fold screen aspect, then no, it won't be. It would just be a waste of money and a waste of buying that phone. That's not what it's for. It's for the population or the individual that's going to be wanting to use a tablet, like an office worker, someone that does a lot of traveling.
It turns out that many people share the same feeling. One man, for example, regretted his decision just 7 days after buying it, and now wants to switch back to an iPhone.
How come you are thinking of giving up on the phone after...
And you see them all having the phone open when they're answering it. You don't have to... That's optional. You don't have to do that. You're just taking the mick. So, yeah.
just buying it?
I'm not trying to defend... I'm not... Guys, I'm not trying to defend Huawei. Alright? I will defend that they've done something incredible and they're the first ones to do it. And I'll tip my hat to them for that. But there are still known issues with folding technology. And I think it'll be some time before those issues are completely eradicated. But you'll always have products, new phones and new products come out that will be kind of faulty. So
It's just too heavy. I don't want to use it anymore.
how's my Magic doing? It's fine. My Magic is absolutely in perfect condition. I have not had a single issue with it whatsoever so far.
How much did you pay for it?
38,800 yuan.
You don't mess around, do you? And now it's dropped by over 10,000 yuan. How long have you used it?
I bought it on September 20th, so it's been 7 days. Just a week.
They're all idiots. Well, no, I don't think they are. I mean, they're supporting the local company, so there's a bit of pride in that, doing that. I don't think they're an idiot to buy a new phone. I think they'd be a little foolish to expect to be perfect and nothing go wrong for every single one, because there will be issues on some of them. But it's one of those things.
In just a week, you've lost nearly 20,000 yuan. What phone are you planning to switch to now?
I think I'll go back to Apple.
The market price for this phone is now just over 20,000 yuan.
Yeah, no, Apple are big in China. And no.
Would you consider selling it for 28,000?
Sure, that works.
How much is 28,000 yen? Give me a minute, I'll try and find out for you. Chinese yen. 28,000, wasn't it? Yeah, 28,000. 28,000 yen is pretty much dead on 3 grand. It's £3,050. So
This man took quite a financial hit.
Yeah.
In just 7 days, he lost more than 10,000 yuan. This is what happens when you make impulsive purchases driven by
See, that's
so-called
gorgeous.
patriotic enthusiasm. It's a hefty price for what many call a stupidity tax. Some users even regretted their purchase right after unboxing the phone.
But then, I mean, I'm not being funny. If you're going to be spending that much money, surely you want to make sure that you are doing the right thing. This is definitely what you want. Research. I mean, before I bought the Honor, I'll be honest, the Honor Magic V3, that was definitely an impulse buy, and it's the largest, most expensive impulse buy I have ever done in my entire life. But I do not regret it for a second. And to be fair, even if the internal screen does go, I've still got the outside screen, so it's the exact same thing as I had with my Samsung anyway. So I'm not in any way worse off. In fact, I'm still better off because this battery is insane. I don't have to charge the battery for like 2 days, even with fairly heavy use. It's fine for like 2-3 days. It's mental. But yeah, I don't think if they're going to spend £3,000, I think they may want to make sure that they want it. Check it out, make sure that the specs are okay. But when I was waiting for my phone, I watched everything I could get my hands on for foldables, and I do not regret buying this one to the day. I wanted it to be this thin, and I got it.
Taking the phone apart, I really regret it.
It does make me think though, if Huawei's got one side of their screen down to 3.6, and this is 4.3, so my phone's a 4.35mm and 3.6. That if they could get one of these sides down to 3.6, that'll be under 8mm. That'll be thinner than pretty much any mobile phone anywhere, which would be insane. Anyway, I'm getting carried away and excited.
I spent so much money on this phone. People must think I'm a fool,
Yeah,
right?
I get a bit
Anyone
giddy.
who bought a triple fold phone must be crying in the bathroom right now. This phone is a joke in human history.
It's not
A friend of
though.
mine bought one, and after using it for a couple days, he told me how he felt. At first, he was excited to try out all the features, but now he's full of regret. Why? Because it's just not practical.
So he's full of regret, not because the screen broke or anything's gone wrong with it, because it's just not practical. But he's holding it out like here, and he's holding it like, having it like that. If you're going to be a dick, and you're going to use it in a stupid way, then yeah, it most probably won't be practical. But if it's only 12mm thick, then it's not going to be an issue. Just use it as a normal phone, and on the odd occasion, unfold it. They could open it so it's a square, or if they want, they could open it again. I'm sorry, but I think they're all just being very, very particular. I think they're all being way too pathetic about it. That phone would be ideal, because in my kitchen, when I'm cooking dinner, there's no TV in there, there's no radio, there's nothing for entertainment or what to watch. And I'll tell you what, I would love to be able to get my tri-fold phone out, unfold it, pop it down at the side. While I'm cooking, I can watch a movie or watch something on YouTube while I'm cooking my dinner. I'd use it every single day. And I do. I use this almost every single day. When I'm cooking, I unfold this, I get into the kitchen, I go to my phone, I go, right, okay, I'm going to cook something, what I'm going to watch, you know what, I'm going to watch this, or you know what, I'm going to put some music on or whatever, and I'll bring it up and I'll just plop it there. And that's it. It plays. I've got a nice big screen. I can see what's going on. If I had the thing that folded another time, it'd be an even bigger screen and I'd be even happier. So I would use it every day. I'd use it while I'm cooking. I'd most probably use it in a phone mode the majority of the time, But for half an hour a day, I'd have it in tablet mode every day. I just think they're being way too critical.
Is it? The vlogger's friend told him about his experience using
I mean,
it
look how
while shopping
cool
at
that
the
is.
supermarket. He said that when you open the triple fold phone, holding it with one hand makes your fingers tired after a while. So he had to switch hands. That's one problem. Then, while shopping, he tried to fold it back up, but it's still bulkier and heavier than a regular phone. If you open it, one hand's on the shopping cart and the other is holding this huge phone. It's really inconvenient.
Lock the screen first. Right, I'm done with that. I don't want to set anything off. I'll lock my screen. Fold it back up. You're done.
And the worst part is that when the phone's open, there's nowhere to put it. With regular phones, you can quickly check
It's
messages.
the same
or make
size as a
call,
normal
then lock
phone.
the screen and
Stop
put it in
being
your
a
pocket.
dick.
But with a
I mean, any kind of normal, even the iPhones, when you put a case on it, the rubber cases, they become about a centimetre thick. They become much bigger.
triple fold phone, once it's opened, it won't fit in your pocket. My friend said he had to leave the phone in the shopping cart. The convenience just isn't there. This vlogger also shared that his friend struggled when using the phone to pay. The triple fold phone was too large, making it difficult to align for scanning.
What do you mean too large? Was it unfolded when they tried paying for it like that? Well, if you're gonna be a knob, yeah, just do it in a phone mode. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, but it's like common sense and stupidity are just not meeting together here, and it's getting a pounding because people are just absolute morons. It's just stupid. I'm sorry. I can't agree with this. If you want to watch the whole thing, the link's going to be in the description below, like always. But yeah. No, it's true. If you're going to be if you're not going to use it, there's a time and place to use it as a tri-screen phone. And that's not when you're on a phone call or paying for goods. I mean, come on. You use it as a tri-fold screen if you want to watch TV or YouTube or something like that, or maybe watching YouTube while also looking at the recipe instructions for what you're doing. So you can watch TV and you can follow the recipe instructions on the right hand side or left hand side while you're cooking. Maybe that's a genius play move. I don't know. But not trying to take a phone call with a tablet. I mean, you don't see people with tablets trying to take phone calls or do all that sort of thing, you know, because it's a tablet. And this just happens to be a phone or a tablet. So you use a phone as you would do normally, and then use a tablet when you would use a normal tablet. Stupid, man. It's stupid. I'm sorry. I think the morons if they're complaining about that. It's simple logic.